Hi, this is Suhail from TurboML. In this video, I'll cover how you can deploy your pre-trained model on TurboML platform using ONNX runtime for inference purpose. So let's start. So for this demo purpose, I'll be using the notebook from this ONNX PyTorch example. So I'll be covering this notebook in this demo. So in this demo, what we basically do is we train a neural network using PyTorch and convert it into ONNX format, and then we upload it into the TurboML backend and deploy it. So it can run on the ONNX runtime when we need to do the inference. Yeah. So we'll be using this particular notebook. So before that, for those who might not be familiar with ONNX, ONNX stands for Open Neural Network Exchange Format. So you can consider it as an target instruction format to which you can convert your models which you have trained on PyTorch, TensorFlow, scikit-learn, or any other supported frameworks. So you can think of it as target format, which makes it easy for you to deploy and make your models more portable and flexible for production use. So let's start.
So once we have installed the TurboML SDK, we can continue with the notebook. So we can get the credentials from the playground and copy it, replace it here. Yeah, so we'll import the TurboML SDK and we'll install ONNX Python library also. So once that is done, now we'll be creating the PyTorch model. So we'll be creating the PyTorch neural network model. So here we'll import all the required dependencies. In this step, we'll be reading the CSV files for our data set. So we'll be making use of the transactions data set from the TurboML collab notebooks repo. So this particular PyTorch model would be categorizing the transaction to fraud or not fraud. So that will be a basic requirement for this model. So we'll first read the CSV, and just to visualize, we'll join both the input and the label. So we can see we have these transactions and we have combined the label whether it's fraud or not, right? So these should be the features which the model would be trained on. And obviously the label would be is fraud from the label dataset. So we'll separate it. And here we'll create a wrapper over the PyTorch dataset class. So we'll create the transaction dataset. And yeah, in this step, we would be creating the neural network class by wrapping over the neural network module from the PyTorch. Yeah. So finally, it will be classifying into two categories, would be fraud or not fraud. So this would be binary classification. And yeah, we'll create the model, we'll create the data set. So yeah, it will be taking the 5 features we have configured and yeah, the label also. So X and Y. Yeah. Next, we'll be calculating splitting the dataset into training and test dataset. So we'll be creating using 80% of the dataset for training and remaining would be for test. So once that is done, we can create an data loader from the training and test dataset, and we can configure the loss functions and optimizers for the model. And yeah, so in this step, we would be running the learning process on the model. So we'll be training the model here for specifically for 10 epochs. So we'll run this. This might take a bit of time, so let's wait. So the training is done, and we have trained it for 10 epochs, and we can see the loss has been reduced gradually over 10 epochs. So yeah, so we'll just do an evaluation on the model using the test data set. So we'll run this to see the accuracy. So yeah, we can see the accuracy calculated for this. So yeah, so now we know that the model is working and we have tested it locally, right? So the next step would be like converting the model to ONNX format before we upload the particular model into the TurboML backend, right? So here, this would be the particular step where we would be converting the model to ONNX format. So before that, we have provided a link to like different examples, like how you can convert from different frameworks or tools to like ONNX format. So here, this is the ONNX repository. So you can go through this. They have given many examples here for support libraries. So yeah. So in this case, since we are using PyTorch, we are using this particular torch.onyx.export function. So this would be like converting this model which we have trained on, and we can get the model in the byte format into this buffer. So we can run this, and in this ONNX model string, we'll be having the byte string for the serialized model. So yeah, so until this step, we didn't have any interaction with the TurboML backend or the SDK. So we have been doing generic PyTorch and ONNX functions, right? So in this particular step, we'll be creating the ONNX model in the TurboML backend. So here, first of all, we need to ask for any TurboML model. Before deploying the model, we need to register the dataset, right? So we'll be creating the dataset for the transaction and labels. So in this particular tb.setONNX model method, we'll be uploading the particular ONNX serialized model to the TurboML backend. And this next method, which is tb.onyx, so we here we'll be creating the local model configuration based upon the uploaded ONNX serialized format name. Once we have the configuration, we'll be deploying this particular ONNX underscore model underscore torch model with this inputs from the features dataset, and yeah, labels would be this labels which maps back to the transaction and labels dataset. So we'll deploy it, and once it is deployed, we can check the UI for the models, and you can see we have the model available here, and we can check the output. Yeah, so we can see the model output here. So yeah, so once that is done, so now we have successfully deployed a PyTorch model which we trained on our transaction and labels dataset, and we converted it into ONNX format and we uploaded it into the TurboML backend. Now, as usual, we can do like all the post deployment process, like evaluating the model, like we can register one windowed AUC metrics, and we can get the evaluation for that. So yeah, we can see the metrics score for the model, and similarly we can check the UI also. You can see the output here. Yeah, that's it. We covered this particular ONNX PyTorch model. So there are similar examples in the docs, so you can try it out.
So yeah, in this demo, yeah, we covered how you can deploy your pre-trained model on TurboML platform using ONNX. I hope you guys got an idea how it works, and like I hope you can try out deploying your own models, and like maybe do some changes to the models in the notebook and see if it works. So do let us know if you have any feedbacks or if you face an issue. We'll be more than happy to help you. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.